Ribi night atike wan araba mi.
You wanna live long, you wanna stay strong. You wanna live long and stay strong. Walk it out, friend. You wanna live long and stay strong.
Ọlọ́run ọba tí mo
Walk it out, friend. Ogun bílẹ̀ afúnni ni wọ́n sọ, olóyún abẹ́rẹ́, láì ṣiṣẹ́ abẹ́, ewé ń jẹ́, ogun jẹ́.
kábíyèsí o.
Má ṣe lògùn without doctor's prescription. Mo tẹnumọ́, call on doctor's attention if you need solution. Mo tẹnumọ́, too much is given, much is expected. Ìlera lọ́rọ̀, just give much is ìlera lọ́rọ̀.
Hello, dear listener. You are tuned into Wells Radio. It's 9.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. I'm reaching you live from Wells Broadcasting House along Galafia Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. On that note, I welcome you to another episode of The Radio Doctor. Here we dive into the world of medicine, health, and wellness. On this show, we explore medical facts, we debunk myths, and empower you with knowledge to live a healthier life. I'm your host, Dr. Tobilo Baljo, and together we'll navigate the fascinating realms of healthcare right here on your favorite radio station, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. And of course, if you have any questions, any concerns you'd like us to discuss, please feel free to reach out to us via email, wellsradiodoctor@gmail.com, or via WhatsApp on 091 5499 9893. I take that again, wellsradiodoctor@gmail.com. You can send us an email there or on our WhatsApp via the number 091 5499 9893. And rest assured that we will properly examine your thoughts and your health concerns. Again, welcome to Radio Doctor. I am Dr. Tobilo Baljo, also known as Daddy Ojo. So we'll be talking about something so important today, something so vital about our health, and we are already in a season, a peculiar season, and that is the rainy season. And we'll be talking about what are the things we can use to maximize our health in this rainy season, both in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa, because I got a message that was last week that we are listening from Cameroon, and I was wild. I was so happy. Like, they were like, I could speak in my native language, combine that with English, and they were wrapped up in the whole discussion. And I want to say a big thank you to our Cameroonian listeners. Thank you so much for taking out your time to listen to Wells Radio Doctor at 89.3 FM, and be sure that we'll keep delivering health information that is quality, and also health information that is verifiable and implementable for you. So today, as I spoke earlier, we'll be speaking about what is this peculiar season we are in right now, the rainy season. How is it that we can maximize it and we can have a healthy season, a healthy health season in this peculiar month we are? Yes, we know that it's already rainy season. The rainy season, of course, it spans around March to like October in most parts of Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa, but in the riverine areas it can start from even February. There were so many downpours that were recorded in some south part of Nigeria, and it extends sometimes to like February for people in the riverine areas. And we know that this season comes with a lot of relief for us. We are relieved from the scorching heat of the dry season, and it is the time where there's rejuvenation of the earth with the life-giving water coming from heaven above. It's wonderful because in this season, the people, the agriculturists, they are able to plant, they are able to maximize the rainwater, and this can help a lot to yield the produce. But there's a peculiarity that comes with this health season, with this rainy season, and that is what we'll be delving in in more details. We'll look at it holistically. We'll be able to talk about, what are the things we can do to maximize this rainy season such that we don't fall ill all the time. We are able to get the best from this season. We are happy, we are rejuvenated, we are relaxed, and we find a way to have a healthy lifestyle even in this rainy season. Of course, is rain falling at your side right now? Yes, rain might be falling at your side right now. Or have you seen rain this year? Yes, that's even a good question. Have you seen rain this year? As rain or any downpour this year? And we'll be delving deeper in our discourse today. So nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé a ti ń wo àsìkò òjò. A rí i pé tó wá ti ń di oṣù kẹta tóṣù kẹrin ti ń dé, àsìkò òjò ni fún àwa aláwọ̀ dúdú, àwa ọmọ Nàìjíríà níbí bí. Àsìkò òjò yìí lẹ́ni gbogbo àwọn àgbẹ̀ inú wọn máa ń dùn pé gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ń gbìn yóò sọ dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan táwọn ń gbìn ó máa boom. Nǹkan tí ó túmọ̀ sí ni pé ó máa gbinlẹ̀ dáadáa. Téèyàn bá gbin iṣu ni o, àsìkò yìí ni gbogbo omi tá a need tí gbogbo nǹkan tá a gbìn tó fi máa sọ dáadáa, àsìkò yìí náà ni. A sì rí pé àsìkò yìí ó máa ń ní àwọn àìlera kan, àwọn àìsàn kan tó máa ń fẹ́ jẹyọ díẹ̀díẹ̀. A sì máa sọ̀rọ̀ wípé pàtó báwo ni a ṣe lè dènà gbogbo àìsàn tó lè fẹ́ jẹ mọ́ àsìkò òjò tá a wà. Àsìkò òjò, àsìkò ìtura ni. A sì mọ̀ pé àsìkò òjò táwa lè fọgbọ́n ṣe dáadáa. Ó jẹ́ àsìkò tó jẹ́ pé ara wa máa ń balẹ̀, ara máa ń dẹ̀wà, kò sí pé ooru ń mú, àrórun sùn. Àsìkò òjò jẹ́ àsìkò ìtura. Ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí yóò sì tu gbogbo wa lára. So I'll be talking about how to find the best strategies, how to work with the peculiarities of this health season, of this rainy season. Anytime I say health season, rainy season, just know I'm alternating between the rainy season and how our health should be in this peculiar season. So we must understand that the rainy season is one where, as I've said earlier, is a crucial time for agriculture in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa, where farmers eagerly anticipate the rains to plant their crops, ensuring bountiful harvest later in the year. And adequate rainfall promotes crop growth and increases agricultural productivity, contributing to food security and economic stability. These are vital in our promotion of eating good food, eating natural food, which we've always been an advocate of on this show. Also, in this season, there's a need for water resource management, and this is the season where, of course, the lakes, the rivers, the reservoirs, they get replenished, and there can be some challenges that come in managing this water resource effectively. For example, flooding is a common occurrence in this side of the world. Of course, in low-lying areas, in areas of poor drainage, flooding might want to become an issue. And this is when we know that, of course, the dams, they might start getting full once the rain is more frequent, and proper water management strategies are really essential to mitigate the impact of floods in this season and to ensure that access to clean water is available for all communities. We also know that there are some environmental impacts of this rainy season, and the rainy season plays a vital role in maintaining, of course, the ecologic balance, the biodiversity. We understand there's the rainforest, there's the savanna vegetation, there's the wetland, and there's a rich array of flora and fauna all over our country, Nigeria, and even the Sub-Saharan Africa. And we know that the issue of deforestation, the issue of land degradation, pollution, they will pose a significant threat to this economic ecosystem we have, and we must highlight the importance of having conservative efforts, preserving the water, preserving the vegetations, preserving the wildlife we have in our country, Nigeria, because in the whole ecosystem, we are all one way or the other are dependent on each other. You can remember in your basic biology, you breathe in oxygen, you send out carbon dioxide, the plants take in carbon dioxide, give you back oxygen. So we are both interconnected with the plants around us, with the vegetations around us, and this promotes a healthy vegetation. We also understand that there's a lot of changes. Climate change is not what we can just push to the side. We know that the sun is even hotter than what it used to be in those days. We know that this is a season where, of course, there's harsh weather for some people, but our little efforts, our little addition and little contribution to a healthy environment, talking about environmental health, can promote a lot of wellness within us. Nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé àsìkò òjò ó jẹ́ àsìkò tí àwọn tó ń ṣe nǹkan ọ̀gbìn inú wọn máa ń dùn gan. A sì rí i pé àsìkò yìí náà téèyàn wá wò dáadáa o, téèyàn wá clear gbogbo gutter new and everything, ó lè jẹ́ pé omíyalé lè fẹ́ máa ṣẹlẹ̀. So ó pọn dandan fún wa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere, gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọlúàbí rere, láti rí i pé gbogbo gọ́tà tó ń wà láyìíká wa, gbogbo adágún omi àti gbogbo kinní tó lè sún wa sí àìlera àbí àìsàn, à ń mú kúrò. A sì rí i pé gbogbo omi náà tó ń wà ní agbègbè wa ó jẹ́ omi tó mọ́, omi ò dágún. Gbogbo kinní ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó jẹ́ ó ṣe kókó, ó sì ṣe pàtàkì. A sì rí i pé ìgbà yìí náà la gbọ́dọ̀ wò pé gbogbo nǹkan tó wà ní àyíká mi ni o, gbogbo koríko tó fẹ́ máa wù ní o, à ń tú, à ń ṣe kinní, à ń ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tó lè jẹ́ kí a wà ní ìlera ara. A sì rí i pé oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló lè fẹ́ máa jẹyọ ní àsìkò òjò. A máa pín sí ọ̀nà mẹ́ta. Ìtí àwọn ẹ̀fọn ń fà ni o, ìyẹn tí olóyìnbó ń pè ní mosquito borne disease, or let's just say vector borne disease. Ìtó jẹ́ omi àti oúnjẹ ló ń gbà ni o, ẹja pè yẹn ní food borne àti water borne disease. Àti ìtó jẹ́ respiratory borne disease àbí respiratory infection, ìyẹn tó ń jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó ń jẹ́ afẹ́fẹ́ ló ń bá ṣiṣẹ́. A rí i pé àsìkò òjò ó jẹ́ àsìkò tí ẹ̀fọn máa ń pọ̀, nítorí pé ẹ̀fọn wọ́n ní di omi adágún ni o, wọ́n ní di gọ́tà ni o tí kò flow dáadáa ni, àbí koríko àbí kọ̀ǹténà kan téèyàn kan gbà ni wọ́n máa ń yé ẹyin wọn sí, láti jẹ́ pé ọmọ àwọn náà ó dàgbà sókè. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn náà tó jẹ́ ọmọ ẹ̀fọn náà, òun ló máa dàgbà débi pé female anopheles mosquito ó máa jẹyàn, lèèyàn ní àìsàn ibà, ìyẹn malaria. A sì rí i pé oríṣiríṣi nǹkan ló tún lè fà tí vector ń fà. Dengue fever wà ní o, yellow fever wà ní o, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. A rí i pé ó máa ń fẹ́ pọ̀ ní àsìkò òjò. A tún sọ pé water borne wà, food borne wà. A rí i pé àsìkò òjò ló jẹ́ pé àfẹ́sí òjò ni o, ó ń fẹ́ sí oúnjẹ, nǹkan rìn nínú ilé ni o. Gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ ìmọ́tótó, àwọn èèyàn ò kí ń fi bẹ́ẹ̀ kọbi ara sí mọ́ ní àsìkò òjò. Wọ́n á sọ pé òjò á fọ gbogbo ẹ̀ dànù jàre. Ẹ máa rí èèyàn kan, ó ra èso, ó wò pé mo ti ṣe, kò ní ṣàn dáadáa, kò ní fọ dáadáa. Gbogbo eléyìí ló dẹ̀ ń fa nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ bíi cholera, bíi typhoid, oríṣiríṣi nǹkan, even hepatitis A ó lè gba inú nǹkan tá à ń jẹ, especially tó wá jẹ́ pé ẹni tí ó ṣe oúnjẹ yẹn ó ní hepatitis yẹn, kò fọwọ́ ẹ̀ dáadáa, ìyẹn jẹ̀dọ̀jẹ̀dọ̀, ó tún lè jẹ́ nǹkan tó ń wọ́pọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pọ̀ ní àsìkò òjò. A sì rí i pé gbogbo èmi náà tí mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí, ká ní pé èèyàn kan wà ní agbègbè mi ń sìn, gbogbo nǹkan tí mò ń sọ, mò ń fẹ́ èmi sí ẹni yẹn, èmi náà mí tí ẹni yẹn mí, èmi náà mí sí imú ara mi. So èyí jẹ́ nǹkan tó máa ń fa gbogbo ọ̀fìnkìn, gbogbo asthma àti ẹ̀rí pé ó máa ń wọ̀sì ó máa ń lágbára sí ní àsìkò òjò, nítorí òtútù àyà gbogbo ẹ̀ ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí tó ń jẹ́ àìlera àbí àìsàn síyàn lára ni. A sì rí pé àsìkò yìí ni àwọn pneumonia, influenza, asthma ó máa ń pọ̀ sí. Ó máa ń jẹ́ nítorí pé gbogbo humidity àní afẹ́fẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ wet bákan ni o, gbogbo everywhere ó ń rìn ni o. Gbogbo àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí yìí ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí pọ̀ sí ní agbègbè wa. Droplets ìtàn pé ní èèyàn mí síra wọn títí nǹkan tẹ́ lè fojú rí ó sì máa jẹ́ nǹkan tó ń pọ̀ sí ní ìgbà tí a wà ní àsìkò òjò. So a rí i pé oríṣi ọ̀nà mẹ́ta yìí ni àìsàn máa ń pọ̀ sí, ló máa ń jẹyọ ní àsìkò òjò. Màá tuntun sọ, a máa rí i pé ìgbà yìí ni ẹ̀fọn ń pọ̀ sí, malaria ń sọ, dengue ń sọ, yellow fever ń sọ. A rí i pé ìgbà yìí ni àwọn èèyàn kì í mójútó omi tí wọ́n ń mu dáadáa, oúnjẹ tí wọ́n ń jẹ dáadáa. Typhoid ń pọ̀, cholera ń pọ̀, gbogbo ẹ̀ ń jápọ̀ mọ́ oúnjẹ tí à ń gbé jẹ sínú. A sì rí i pé ìgbà yìí ni gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ àìsàn àyà, àìsàn èémí, ìyẹn respiratory illness ó máa ń pọ̀ nítorí pé àsìkò òtútù ni gbogbo àwọn kòkòrò àìfojúrí yìí ó máa ń pọ̀ sí. So what I'm trying to say is that when you want to break down the health challenges that comes with the rainy season, you break it down into three different aspects, majorly into three different aspects, especially in the Sub-Saharan Africa and Nigeria, where we found ourselves. We start with the mosquito and vector-borne disease, and we know that with the proliferation of stagnant water and increased humidity, the rainy season will create a fertile breeding ground for mosquitoes and other vectors. And illnesses like malaria fever, dengue fever, yellow fever are among the most prevalent vector-borne disease in this region, posing a significant threat to the public health. So this is the time where there's a lot of people coming down with malaria fever. There's a lot of people coming down with yellow fever, with dengue fever and all that, which are largely mosquito-borne. And we also know that, for example, people that prepare food, they don't do so well with their hygiene in this season. They just, maybe peradventure someone has hepatitis A, you won't even wash his hands, you just be up and about. So we must be so careful of where we get our food, where you get your food. The air of the people serving you, the people, the receptionists and everything, are they covered, or you are just eating and causing a lot of health challenges for yourself? And also we know that with this waterborne, with this foodborne disease, some things like cholera, typhoid fever, and even some gastrointestinal infections, that is, some abdominal issues, can want to start because contaminated water sources abound during rainy season, and there's heightened risk of waterborne diseases, as mentioned. And poor sanitation practices, as I've said earlier, and inadequate access to clean water will exacerbate health crisis, especially in our rural and informal settings. So this is the time that you hear cholera outbreak, you hear a lot of typhoid fever, and typhoid is very dangerous. In fact, typhoid is not what you hear in hospitals that I have typhoid. You just come to a clinic and say, I have typhoid. It's more severe than that, because a diagnosed typhoid patient has to be adequately treated, because there's a risk of maybe rupture of the intestine. There can be, when there's typhoidalitis, there can be perforation that can occur just from the common typhoid that people are talking about. And we must be optimum with our food management. We must eat well and eat food that are hygienic. We need it. Also, for the respiratory infections, it must come in form of for example, in form of pneumonia, community acquired pneumonia, influenza, or asthma will start exacerbating. And we must understand that the damp and humid condition of the rainy season provide an ideal environment for proliferation of airborne pathogens, and it will increase all these health conditions I've mentioned earlier: pneumonia, influenza, and asthma on top of the list. And this will place a burden on the already strained healthcare system we have in our country, Nigeria. We understand that in the Sub-Saharan Africa, there's a lot of demand on the healthcare system. We will say, oh, doctors are exiting, oh, this is that is that. And we must understand that even the little facilities we have, we don't become just one of the numbers. We make sure that we practice a lot of preventive medicine, because prevention, as they always say, is always better and cheaper than cure. Nǹkan tí mo ń sọ ni pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ ìlera ara wa ká máa tọpinpin pé a ní àìsàn, ká máa wà ní àlàáfíà, ká máa gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà, ká máa rí pé gbogbo oúnjẹ wa, gbogbo nǹkan wa ó wà ní ìmọ́tótó, nítorí pé ìmọ́tótó òun ló ń ṣẹ́gun gbogbo àrùn. Gbogbo èyí la ó máa sọ sí, gbogbo èyí la ó sì máa wò ní gbogbo ojú tí a fi lè wò. What I'm trying to say is that we will still be looking at this issue of, oh, how can you maximize your health in the rainy season shortly after we come back from the musical break. So keep it logged in and don't touch that dial.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, gilondoloze, ambenami, zungangishilana. Jerusalem, ikayalami, gilondoloze, ambenami, zungangishilana. I'm not perfect, I came from ruthless times as a juvenile. Ilondoloze, Zungangishilana. Look into my eyes, see pain and sacrifice. What's goes on my mind, just trying to survive. Ilondoloze, Zungangishilana. Tomaka emo wuru, oti wuru si wuru. Emi won wa mi ni gboro, toju ko oju o. Mi ani teji sori, time si mi solo. Láti Ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gboro, down to Ìkòròdú o.
Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami. Dawo yami ayikholana, buso wami awukholana. Ilondoloze, zuhambe nami.
Jerusalem, ikayalami, gilondolo. tójú kò ojú o. Me and the Deji solo. Time you see me solo. Láti ìkọ̀rọ̀ sí gbòòrò. Down to Ìkòròdú o.
So welcome back to your awesome radio station, your preferred awesome radio station, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. You are on to the show Radio Doctor, and I'm your host, Dr. Tobiloba Ojo, also known as Daddy Ojo. Ẹ káàbọ̀ padà sórí ètò. A ó sì máa sọ ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá a ti ń sọ lọ nípa àsìkò òjò tá a wà yìí. A ti sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ ìgbà wo lásìkò òjò máa ń wá o. A ti rí pé oṣù kẹta síbi oṣù kọkànlá ló máa ń wá jù. A sì rí pé oṣù kẹta wa la wà yìí. A sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ malaria ni o, typhoid ni o, asthma ó tún burú sí ni o, pneumonia ni o, ọ̀fìnkìn ni o, gbogbo ẹ̀ máa fẹ́ pọ̀ ní àsìkò òjò. A sì ti sọ pé kí ni nǹkan tá wá lè ṣe o, kí la lè ṣe. A ó sì máa mẹ́nuba gbogbo nǹkan tá lè ṣe tó lè jẹ́ kí ìlera wa kó péye. So what we'll be talking about now is maximizing the benefits of the rainy season. We understand, as earlier said, that agricultural practices are of importance in this season, and farmers can optimize the rainy season by adopting sustainable agricultural practices such as crop rotation, mulching, organic farming methods, and proper soil management and irrigation. And they can conserve water and enhance soil fertility, which is resulting in higher yields and improved crop quality. You should not think this is outside health, because as said in this show, we will not just be talking about physical health. We'll be talking about physical health. We'll be talking about mental health. We'll be talking about social health and even environmental health. So it is vital that the agriculturists do a lot to optimize and utilize this season. And also, what are the water harvesting strategies that can be used? Rainwater harvesting systems are valuable tools that we can use for capturing and storing rainwater during the rainy season. The systems can range from rain barrels to more sophisticated rooftop collection systems, even having dams. And water collection can be for harvested rainwater. You can use irrigation in your farming. You can even use water that is gotten from rain to do your household chores, to recharge, and all these recharge the groundwater, reducing reliance on scarce freshwater resources. And these are very vital in how we optimize our environment. Then also, there's the need to prepare for flood. It is becoming very worrisome that flood is a yearly thing in Nigeria. And we can attribute that to opening of dams, but what do we do as a people before the rainy season comes to bear? What do we do as a people? Do we use communities and local authorities to implement flood preparedness strategies and minimize the impact of heavy rainfall and flooding? Because you can't control the rain, but you can control your response to when the rain is falling heavily. So we should find a way to maintain our drainage channels. We should construct flood barriers. We should develop early warning systems to alert residents of impending floods. Very soon you'll be hearing it in the news a lot that, this is the rainy season. It will be all over, that we should prepare for a more healthier environment and prevent flood. And we should understand that for urban planning, we should prioritize flood-resistant infrastructure and sustain land use practices. We must find a way to also prevent the common health challenges I spoke about earlier. For example, for the vector-borne disease, the rainy season creates a favorable breeding condition for mosquitoes, and we should find a way to use insects repellents. We should sleep under insecticide treated nets. We should eliminate breeding sites around our homes, clear the bushes, clear all the containers that can be storing up stagnant water. You should also find a way that as much as possible your environment is clean, healthy, and mosquito free. Yes, a mosquito free environment is very possible. A mosquito free environment is as a result of how healthy your environment is, how ideal and how habitable your environment is will determine if we are able to have a mosquito-free environment. Then also for the waterborne disease, we know that contaminated water sources can lead to waterborne diseases. We should stop this habit of having maybe close to a sock-away system, a drainage system, a sewage disposal system. They are not compatible. We should learn a lot about adequate refuse disposal, adequate and effective and safe sewage disposal. We should not just be random in our activities or random in our approach to health, because in that way we can prevent things like cholera, things like typhoid fever, things like diarrhea illnesses which can come during rainy season. And we should boil water, we should purify our drinking water, we should practice good hygiene and avoid contact with untreated water, because all this will help to reduce water and foodborne diseases. Then for the respiratory infections, we know that in this season there's a lot of damp and humid condition around us, and this can exacerbate the respiratory illnesses we've spoken about. And people who are particularly vulnerable are children and the elderly. We know the children, this is the time they want to play football under the rain. This is the time they want to just be so playful. They just want to jump all about without covering their chest and everything. They've had a lot of heat. This is the time they just want to live free, and it's our honors as caregivers, as parents, to make sure that their health is well attended to. And this is the time that the elderly, for example, will go under the tree. They want to receive fresh air, they want to talk with family members under the open shed, and they should wear long clothing. They should wear things that will prevent the mosquitoes from biting them while they are outside, because the mosquitoes mainly move at the evenings. In the evenings, that's when most of them come out, and they want to bite you too early in the morning, so they too can breed their children. Let me just call them children. They too can breed their eggs, and they can keep living. Everybody wants to live now. Even mosquitoes want to live. So it's the onus on us that mosquitoes shouldn't be biting us, and we should find a way to also find a to specifically practice good hygiene and good environmental conditions should be around us. And for all these respiratory illnesses that may want to come to the children and the elderly, we should maintain good indoor ventilation. This is not the time to close all your window all the time. There should be adequate ventilation, so the environment is not so unhabitable for the elderly or for the children, or to aid the spread of respiratory illnesses. And we should avoid crowded places as much as possible. Places that are too crowded, there's a lot of people coughing, there's a lot of noise and air pollution, and there's a lot of you're not even sure of how hygienic the air is. You can use your face mask to prevent all this and practice proper hygiene, and all this will help to prevent these illnesses. As I said earlier, the vector-borne disease, the waterborne disease, and the respiratory-borne disease are the major ones which we must find a way to prevent. So nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé àsìkò òjò ó jẹ́ àsìkò tí àwọn tó ń ṣe iṣẹ́ ọ̀gbìn wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ wo ọ̀nà láti jẹ́ pé gbogbo okòwò wọn, gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n ń gbìn, gbogbo ọ̀gbìn wọn ó so dáadáa. Kárí pé gbogbo omi tí tó ń rọ̀ Ọlọ́run ló fi bùkún wa. Kárí pé òun là ń múlò fún gbogbo ọ̀gbìn wa láti so dáadáa. A sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ mo fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ilé ni and everything, a lè lómi òjò láti fi clean tiles wa, a lè lómi òjò fi fọ àwọn nǹkan, but kárí pé omi tá máa fi sí ẹnu wa, omi tá máa mu, omi tá fi máa ṣe oúnjẹ, a sè é dáadáa, ó hó dáadáa tá wá ń lo omi òjò. Ká sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ omíyalé ni là ń dènà. A rí pé ìgbà yìí ni omíyalé máa ń pọ̀ sí. A sì gbọ́dọ̀ dènà omíyalé. Kò ń ṣe ìgbà tí ewu bá tó dé léèyàn tó sọ pé ewu dé. Ọ̀nà láti mọ balógun ni pé kí ewu tẹ̀ tó dé ó ti dira, ó ti mọ̀ pé ó ṣe kókó, ó ṣe pàtàkì o. Kómi má yálé mi o, kómi má yálé àdúgbò mi o, kómi má gbé gbogbo lé wa lọ. A gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe pé gbogbo à ń dalẹ̀ sójú àgbàrá ni o, à ń dalẹ̀ sí gọ́tà ni o, à ń dalẹ̀ sójú odò ni o. Ó jẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí a yàgò fún, ó jẹ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí a yẹra fún. A sì ti sọ pé ọ̀nà mẹ́ta ni àwọn àìsàn máa ń fẹ́ fi jẹ́ wá sí àgọ́ ara wa ní àsìkò òjò. A rí pé malaria ni ibà ni gbogbo ẹ̀fọn nìyẹn ń bá ṣiṣẹ́. So gbogbo wípé kọ̀ńténà kan wà ní ìta wa, ike kan wà, agolo kan wà, gbogbo ẹ̀ la sọ sí ibi tí à ń da ilẹ̀ wa sí. Ká sì rí pé ìjọba wa gbélẹ̀, ká sì rí pé à ń san gbogbo dí wa tó jẹ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ ilẹ̀ dídá. A dá ilẹ̀ sí ojú àgbàrá, a dá ilẹ̀ sí ojú gọ́tà, a dá ilẹ̀ sójú títì, nítorí gbogbo eléyìí kò bójúmu tó. A sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ oúnjẹ jíjẹ, nǹkan tó ń jẹ mọ́ omi táwọn ó ń wà ní ìmọ́tótó. Kó má jẹ́ pé ìgbà yìí là ń ní kọ́lẹ́rà, ìgbà yìí là ń ní typhoid àbí là ń yàgbẹ́ gbuuru. Gbogbo èyí ó jẹ́ mọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ká máa ṣe ní àsìkò òjò, nítorí pé prevention, ká dènà àìsàn ló dáa jù. Ìmọ́tótó la dẹ̀ fi ń dènà gbogbo àrùn. A sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ òtútù àyà ni o, gbogbo òtútù tó lè fẹ́ máa jẹyọ, a rí pé à ń bo ara wa dáadáa. Gbogbo pé èèyàn kan mí sí mi ó ń wúkọ́ and everything, ìwọ kúrò ń bẹ̀. Àbí èèyàn kan ń wúkọ́ jẹ́ kó lọ rí dókítà rẹ̀. Kó tó wá ti ń tó 1 week, tó ti ń tó 2 weeks, ẹ má wulẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ̀ ń lọ síbì kan ẹ̀ ń ṣe kíní. Ọ̀dọ̀ hospital, ọ̀dọ̀ doctor yín yá. Kẹ má jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé gbogbo oògùn orí fífọ́ lẹ́ ń lò fún nǹkan tó yẹ kí àwọn doctor sọ pé oògùn báyìí ni àti ṣàyẹ̀wò báyìí, nǹkan báyìí ló wà lára. Gbogbo eléyìí ó jẹ́ nǹkan tá gbọ́dọ̀ wò dáadáa. Ká sì rí pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ àlàáfíà ara wa à ń mu ní ọ̀kúnkúndùn. So we'll be talking about the strategies which the government can use to empower the people for all this rainy season which you will talk about some preventive measures where there's a lot of education and awareness campaigns in disseminating information about preventive measures against vector-borne and waterborne disease, and simple interventions such as distributing insecticide-treated nets, providing water purification tablets, can help to reduce the risk of all these infections which we've been speaking about. And also, for the hygiene practices, we should keep promoting good hygiene. We should teach people hand washing, because hand washing is a whole body of knowledge on its own with clean soap and water. And many people don't know how to even wash their hands appropriately. They don't know they should wash their nails. They don't know they should wash the back of their hands. They just put water and just rub it together. No, hand washing is way more than that. We should seek to empower people with correct hand washing techniques, and communities should be encouraged to maintain clean living environments. They should dispose waste properly and avoid open defecation, because these are unhealthy practices that must be mitigated. Then also be access to healthcare facilities. Make the healthcare facilities in our vicinity, in the different wards, more accessible. We should find a way to make the primary healthcare services to be essentially discharging duties efficiently. We should empower them with the needed manpower, with the needed resources. We should find a way that, even if it is one ward that this primary health care center serve, is find a way to have excellent facilities that can help them to, as much as possible, help the citizens to access quality health. They don't have to go to tertiary facilities to be able to access basic healthcare service delivery that can take care of all these health challenges that can want to ensue during the rainy season. Also, we should find a way to the vulnerable, the children, the pregnant women. We should find a way to help them, to sensitize them, to assist them, to provide subsidized facilities, because they are the particularly vulnerable people in this health and raining season. So we must find a way to see that the raining season in Nigeria and Sub-Saharan Africa is a season where people enjoy good health. Is a season where people are able to maximize their health. Is a season where people are be able to relax from all the heat, from all the harshness and all the forms of extreme weather conditions, and it's a time they unwind and be able to contribute positively to the society. Because health, especially when it comes to health of the community, once a society is healthy, the society will always move forward. Once a society is pushing a lot of good frontiers, good development, we know that is a healthy environment physically, healthy environment mentally, healthy environment socially. And also we will notice that even the environmental health is also not left behind. Health is holistic. Health is what should be looked in an holistic way. Don't just ignore, this vicinity, they are not too rich, because once we create a lot of equity for our society, there's a lot of facilities to serve even the poorest of the poor. We will have a more progressive society, a society where there's wellness, there's health, and there's wealth for the whole community. So nǹkan tí mò ń sọ ni pé nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ ìlera wa ó jẹ́ nǹkan tó ṣe kókó, tó ṣe pàtàkì. Kí ìjọba kó bá wa wò ó ṣe wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ mọ́ wọ́n ń dánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ nípa báyìí la ṣe ń fọwọ́ o, báyìí la ṣe ń tún agbègbè wa ṣe o, báyìí la ṣe ń wò wípé tí eléyìí bá wà báyìí o, tí àìsàn yìí bá ti fẹ́ sọ, kọ̀ sí dókítà rẹ, ìgbà yìí ló yẹ kó kọ̀ sí dókítà rẹ o, má kọ̀ fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mu. A rí i pé à ń fún wọn ní ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóòrèkóòrè ní ọ̀nà tí gbogbo wa fi máa gbé ní ìlera àti ní àlàáfíà. Ìgbà yìí náà ni ó sì ṣe kókó kí ìjọba wa túbọ̀ kán bá wa ran àwọn hospital, àwọn clinic, àwọn ilé ìwòsàn, kán ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn equipment tó dángájá tó lè jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe iṣẹ́ wọn dáadáa. Because a rí i pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ ìlera ó bọ́ sọ́wọ́ àwọn akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ ìlera, ó sì bọ́ sí ọwọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tí wọ́n lè lò láti jẹ́ pé ohun èlò yìí ó ń túbọ̀ jẹ́ kí àwọn tí ó wá gba ìtọ́jú kán wà ní ìlera ara, kán wà ní ìlera ara àlàáfíà. Wípé gbogbo kinní yìí àkọ́ fọwọ́ yẹpẹrẹ mọ́, àkọ́ dá sí ibìkan nípa àwọn eléyìí olówó ni wọ́n, àwọn eléyìí mẹ̀kúnnù ni wọ́n. A create gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ mọ́ policy, a create nǹkan tó jẹ mọ́ nǹkan tó lè túbọ̀ ràn án lọ́wọ́. Wípé gbogbo laws, gbogbo òfin tá tá à ń tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ tá à ń sọ pé gbogbo òfin yìí là ń fi lélẹ̀ ó jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé àti olówó àti mẹ̀kúnnù gbogbo wọn ni ó ń ràn lọ́wọ́ láti gbé ìgbé ayé àlàáfíà because ìlera ò kì í ṣe nǹkan tá kàn ń fi pé ìlera ara nìkan ni ìlera ọkàn wà ìlera ọpọlọ wà ìlera agbègbè wa náà wà gbogbo yìí la sì gbọ́dọ̀ wò dáadáa ká sì rí pé àtọ̀pinpin pé ní àsìkò òjò kò ń ṣe àsìkò tí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Nàìjíríà ò sí ní àlàáfíà a sì rí pé àwa gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ Nàìjíríà rere gbogbo à ń dalẹ̀ sí ibì kan ni o à ń yàgbẹ́ síta ni o à ń yàgbẹ́ síbi tí ò bójúmu ni o gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ni à ń yàgò fún gbogbo nǹkan báyìí ni à ń yẹra fún a sì wà ní ìlera tó péye. So to wrap up another enlightening episode we've talked about, I would want to thank everyone for tuning in and exploring the world of health and medicine with me. And remember, knowledge is power. All what I've shared with you will be actionable only when you take action. You can make better decisions for your well-being. And don't forget to follow us on our social media pages for updates and continue the conversation there. You can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram and X. We are at WellsRadio 89.3 on all those platforms. And for our listeners outside of Ibadan or in the diaspora, you can also be part of the show by listening live through our website, WellsRadio89.3.com. Remember, if you have any health concern that you would like us to discuss, please feel free to reach out to us on wellsradiodoctor@gmail.com or through our WhatsApp 091 54 99 98 93. And be rest assured that we'll properly examine your thoughts and health concerns. And I won't leave you without a quote. Yes, it's our doing every time on this show that we leave you with a quote where you can hold on to all the things we've discussed and you can sum it up to an actionable step. So life, the quote goes thus, is by Ashley Smith. Life is full of beauty. Notice it. Notice the bumblebee, the small child, the smiling faces. Smell the rain and feel the wind. Live your life to the fullest potential and fight for your dreams. I take that again. Life is full of beauty. Notice it. Notice the bumblebee, the small child, and the smiling faces. Smell the rain, feel the wind. Live your life to the fullest potential and fight for your dreams. That's by Ashley Smith. Nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé ayé yìí, ayé tó dára ni, ayé tó nítumọ̀ ni. Ẹ gbádùn àsìkò òjò yìí dáadáa. Ọmọ tó wà ní agbègbè yín ẹ notice ẹ fi jẹ́ kó fìlì pé ẹ nífẹ̀ẹ́ àlàáfíà rẹ̀. Ẹ sì rí i pé gbogbo nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe yìí ẹ ń rí i pé gbogbo nǹkan tó jẹ́ mọ́ nǹkan tẹ́ lè ṣe ẹ ń ṣe ẹ sì ń ṣe dáadáa. Gbogbo nǹkan tó dẹ̀ jẹ́ ìlépa yín lágbára Ọlọ́run yóò máa fi sí ṣíṣe fún yín, yóò sì máa dùn. Until I join you again next week, I remain Dr. Tobiloba Ojo, also known as Daddy Ojo, and keep it logged in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Don't touch that dial.
Ìmọ́tótó ló lè ṣẹ́gun àrùn gbogbo. Ẹ̀fọn tó gbòòrò àdó lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó rẹ̀rọ. Kẹ́kùn lè gbà kó sàbùn tókò. Cleanliness is essential. Immortalize your potential. Understand the times and your initial.